Everybody, it's Gary Lucas. It's Saturday in the West Village here in New York City, and I'm here to play for you for half an hour. It's my joy, and I'm very joyful today because I did get greenlit for two shows in Holland coming up really pretty fast. I'm playing on Halloween, October 31st, with my live score accompanying the legendary 1931 Spanish Dracula, which was made in Hollywood at the same time they were making the famous Bela Lugosi Dracula. And for this version, which they filmed at night on the same set as Dracula, they employed an all-Latin-speaking cast, a variety of Spanish, Cuban, and Latin American actors all portray the roles, the famous roles of the play. And like Dracula, it's famously music-free. It was filmed in the height of the Depression, and no one really thought these horror films would be hits. So they cut the budget that included hiring a composer and an orchestra to play the score. So there's really virtually no music on the soundtrack, but dialogue in Spanish. Anyway, I'm playing it with English subtitles, and I am providing a live score, which I've played all over the world going back to 2009. I first premiered this score at the Havana Film Festival. That's a whole trip in itself. And I've gone on to play it at the, New York Film Festival, Sevilla Film Festival, the Łódź Synergia Festival in Poland, many, the Transylvania Film Festival, the Jerusalem Film Festival, lots of festivals and venues, including Queen Elizabeth Hall in London for the London Jazz Festival, which elicited a 4-star review in The Guardian. But anyway, I'm going to be playing that on Halloween in Eindhoven, Holland, at the So What's Next Festival. And the venue is still being determined. It might be in a drive-in movie theater situation where people drive in with their cars, or they might move it indoors for 2 shows in a venue in, I think, the old Phillips Laboratories, which I have a special fondness for, which I can elaborate on later. The next night, I'm going to be doing an afternoon, 2 sets with a great Dutch acoustic bass player and vocalist, Peter Willems, who's won all sorts of awards. He came all the way from Maastricht to see me play on Coda Kloot's show live last November. I played Nick Voldebrecht's Jazz Cafe in Laarden, I think it was. And Peter came in to meet me, and I have been working with him ever since, and he's great. So we're going to play 2 sets together, and then we're going to make a record together in Maastricht. So I'm very buzzed about all this. I'm really thrilled. I want to thank Marika Meschke and Frank Veenstra, who are old friends of mine in Holland, for making this happen. And what can I say? Well, I'll just start playing and shut up and play your guitar. Okay, well, Carl and I have been out grocery shopping. Today's a green market day, and there's a guy who sells scallops. Carl makes a mean dish of scallops, I gotta say. And so we visited him this morning. It's been a very active day, and I didn't even get to tune the guitar yet. So. Okay, I'm going to play a song that was turned into a song by the great Najma Akhtar. I love working with Najma. I'm a fan of her work going back to the early 90s. And someone suggested I pick up a record of hers, which was great. And then I saw her play with Page and Plant Unleaded. She was in that ensemble for that TV special and album. And I'm like, wow, there's Najma Akhtar. And then a fan and friend of hers contacted me at Joe's Pub here in New York City. He came to a show and he said, I think you and Najma Akhtar would be really good together. So I said, yeah, I love her work. And he put it together. Anyway, I hope to do some more with her in the future. She's really something else. I've got this little 2C clip-on tuner here, which is pretty accurate. But as you know, I mean, I'm into shredding on acoustic guitar. Insofar as I really like to pull these strings with my right hand, and as they're pretty light gauge strings, sometimes they slip and slide all over the place. Okay, please allow me to look at you again. Yes, that's one of the classic 1930s Chinese pop songs from Shanghai, which I love so much. And that was originally sung by the great Zhou Xuan, aka Golden Voice of China. And I first had the pleasure of working on this song with a great artist presently living in Canada, Celeste Chong, who was in town having worked on an abortive project with the great Malcolm McLaren, more about which you can read. I believe Tuesday, PleaseKillMe.com are publishing my kind of review and overview of Malcolm McLaren and his work on their website, PleaseKillMe.com. And there's a great biography that's out by Paul Gorman, which I urge you to pick up. I read it in its UK version. I got it last August, I believe it came in, and I found it really fascinating. And anyway, it's now been published in the US, so check it out, you American watchers, listeners, fans, and friends. It's really, really good if you care about music and culture and all those things. And anyway, so Celeste was working on that, and then she was in New York, and we were put together, and she brought the house down literally at Joe's Pub. I think it was the first time I ever played there, about a week after it opened up. And I had several guest vocalists, and she literally brought tears to many people's eyes singing that particular song. Please allow me to look at you again. And now I've been doing it in my Chinese project, the contemporary version, with another great vocalist from mainland China, Feifei Yang, and we have 2 albums in the can, which are something else. And there's an excerpt from one of them, or 2 of them, I think, that's coming on my retrospective 40-year retrospective double album, The Essential Gary Lucas, which will be out January 29th on the Knitting Factory label. So please look for that. You might even be able to pre-order it now at Amazon, perhaps. But it's really good. It took me a long time to select out of about 35 albums I put out so far. And it also has a bunch of rare tracks that were never on any albums either. So I kind of tried to load it with goodies. What's not to like? I don't know. I mean, it could be that there's not anybody out there but me who likes everything I've done. But I think there's enough people who like my music who will be into this record in a big way. So, right, Caroline? Yeah. Also, tomorrow, please tune in to Dutch National Radio's NPO, which is their soul and jazz station, at 7 p.m. Dutch time, because my old friend, producer and DJ and Zappa Beefheart go-to guy of Holland, Co de Kloot, is going to do a 2-hour special on my music. And a whole bunch of it is actually talking about 10 albums that really influence me or that I love, and he's playing excerpts with my commentary on it, and he's playing a whole bunch of other rare stuff from concerts that we did in Holland, mainly at the Paradiso with the 65-piece Metropole Orchestra and various singers, Nona Hendrix, Jolene Grunberg, a lot of great artists. So that will be at 1 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time here in New York, and it should be at in the UK. Let's see, you guys are 5 hours ahead now, or maybe 6. Probably at 6 p.m., 7 p.m. in Europe, and then as we move west, and it just gets crazy. And I know that my friend Pippa Casey, who watches pretty much every time I play in Sydney, it would be, let's see, she tunes in for this show at 5 a.m. It would be Sunday, 5 a.m. for her right now. And so if it's on at 7 p.m. in Holland time, gee, I don't know. Maybe, I can't really work that one out. But she can post here and tell you if you're in Australia. This friend of mine, AAA, lives there too. He's been doing a lot of animated clips. Dave Pearson, thank you so much for your graphics too. I used a brand new one from you today to promo the show. The great Skip James. Well, I'm so glad, yes, I'm mighty glad. So tired of mooning for you. Well, I'm so glad. Yes, I'm mighty glad. So tired of crying for you. think we still got 3 or 4 minutes to go. Paul McCann, I'm about to get to record that track for you. Stand by, please. Should do it tomorrow. Yes, people, if you're interested in putting me on your recordings, please contact me at Gary@GaryLucas.com or Messenger on Facebook, and let's work out, let's make a deal. But I can do that, and I'm just working on a beautiful song that Paul wrote and submitted to me. I mean, it's so good, I don't know, to try and squeeze my acoustic guitar on this track. I want to do justice to it and not crowd the track, so it's really, a labor of intense devotion to try and find the right sweet spot to place my guitar, but I think I got it, and I hope you're going to like it. But I should be able to get to it tomorrow. It's just been crazy around here, and now I have to organize my departure in 10 days, but I'm going to continue to do these concerts as best I can at the appointed time, or if I move them, you'll know about it, because I love to play for you. I really do. It's been actually a wonderful thing to come out of this horrible pandemic. For many years, I had the tools, and I didn't really apply myself to do anything, but I think, now that I've really gotten going with it, it's a terrific way to stay in touch with Alia. That's called You. And I'm playing for you every Tuesday and Thursday and Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time here on Facebook. It's a wonderful privilege. Thanks for visiting me in my home. You can't really see out the window, but that oligarch's coming along with his fortress of solitude. I don't know, and it looks kind of like a prison to me from over here. And anyway, here we are in the Wild West Village, but I'll be seeing you in Holland, hopefully all my Dutch friends, in a couple of weeks, okay? And meanwhile, stay safe, be well, wear that mask, and I'll see you on Tuesday, all right? Love to you guys. Take care.